Henry C. was once the richest man in the Philippines, having a staggering net worth of $19 billion. But the journey to get there was far from easy. Henry's early years were marked by struggles and hardship, unlike any other. He was born into poverty in China, and at the early age of 12, he embarked on a journey of uncertainty, following his father to the Philippines in search of a better life. Little did he know that he would change modern Filipino culture forever with what he was about to create. From selling cheap shoes on the streets to surviving World War II, Henry's road to immense wealth is a story of perseverance and commitment to one's dream, and the Philippines business landscape will never be the same again. Henry C. was born to a poor family in 1924 in Fujian Province, China. Wanting to escape poverty, Henry followed his father to the Philippines at the early age of 12, without even knowing how to speak English or Tagalog. As a young boy, he worked tirelessly with his father in their small store, selling various household items such as rice and sardines. Although they were poor and had a hard time fitting in, he was starting from scratch in a foreign country, in dreams of a better life. However, just as they were beginning to find their footing in their new home, things were soon about to change for the worse for Henry and his family. In 1941, in the midst of World War II, and just 10 hours after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, the Japanese invasion of the Philippines began. As the conflict raged on, the peaceful streets of Manila were transformed into battlegrounds, and the once bustling city descended into chaos. For Henry and his family, the outbreak of war marked the beginning of a new chapter, filled with unimaginable trials. Their small store, which was their only source of livelihood, was burned down by the Japanese along with the rest of the city. Henry was even shot by shrapnel one day while selling to make a living, and would have bled to death if not for his friend getting him to the hospital. And that friend later on became his business partner. After the war, their family was left with nothing. However, even as Henry's father left and went back to China, Henry surprisingly insisted on staying, showing his determination to succeed. With only 10 cents left, he started selling cigarettes and got involved with selling imported shoes from business-minded American soldiers. Despite losing everything, Henry C. was determined to rebuild, and he will soon overcome his challenges with courage and resilience. Henry focused on studying first, and he soon completed his secondary education. And later on in his journey, Henry earned his Associate of Arts degree in Commercial Studies at Far Eastern University. During his time in school, he learned English and Tagalog. Soon after, following his father's business footsteps, he opened a small store in Quiapo, Manila in 1948. His decision to sell shoes was due to the losses his family experienced in World War II, thinking that everyone would need shoes following the aftermath of the war. This idea would prove to be right, as this would allow his business to do well, and he soon opens at least 3 shoe stores in the Carriedo area, which was then known for heavy pedestrian traffic. Around this time, he focuses on studying the market of the shoe industry, and in 1958, he established the first shoe mart in Manila. Little did Henry C. know that this store marks what would later become the retail giant that is SM. He opened another shoe mart in Makati in 1963, and Henry faced a business challenge. At the time, the area of Makati wasn't developed yet. It was just an open space with nothing really there. But Henry C., with his years of failures and successes in business, he developed a visionary mindset, and he saw the potential and growth that Makati could undergo. And you'll be shocked to hear what Makati becomes later on. But for now, this branch didn't have much customers as the area was not developed. By this time, Henry C. had a family. He had married Chinese shoelace vendor Felicidad Tan, and along with their children, all of them helped or worked in the SM business. It was also around this time where he decided to diversify his merchandise. So he went on to sell apparel and other goods, and he transitions the brand from Shoe Mart to SM Department Store. In 1972, despite political unrest and economic decline, Henry C. had decided to open his first full standalone SM department store in Quiapo, Manila, where he entrusted his 22-year-old daughter, Teresita, to run the store. In 1976, Henry C. continued to make business moves. He purchased a small bank called ACME Bank for 5 million pesos, which he later turned into BDO, the biggest bank in the Philippines today. Also, remember Henry C. had a vision for the Makati area? He doubled down on his decision as he built buildings as rental properties around the area. This vision definitely paid off as Makati later became a powerhouse. Today, it is dubbed as the financial and business capital of the Philippines, one of the most prosperous areas in the country. From then on, even if business was doing well, Henry C. wanted more, and so he pushed. He had plans to build the first supermalls in the Philippines, and in 1985, SM City Nord EDSA was built, and it was the Philippines' biggest mall at the time. It marked a significant milestone in Philippine retail and set the standard for large-scale shopping and entertainment complexes in the country. SM became the go-to mall for Filipinos, and for the population, it was convenient. Everything you needed was there: cinemas, food courts, stores, and grocery. Hence, SM's slogan became, "We've got it all for you." SM went on to dominate the Philippine business landscape. SM later built more malls in Metro Manila, such as SM Mega Mall in 1991 and the SM Mall of Asia in 2006. As of today, SM has a total of 93 malls, 85 in the Philippines and 8 in China. SM also went into the real estate business, establishing SMDC, one of the prominent real estate developers in the Philippines. But what stands out the most is how SM changed Filipino culture forever. SM played a significant role in popularizing malls as a pastime and cultural activity, or as Filipinos call it, malling. The term has become ingrained in Filipino culture. Henry C., the founder of SM, had a vision that went beyond traditional retail. He aimed to create a shopping and leisure experience that went above just buying goods. And if you ever go to the Philippines, you'll be sure to find an SM mall near you. Henry C. passed away in 2019 at the age of 94, and at the time, he was the richest man in the Philippines, amassing a net worth of $19 billion. But beyond his wealth, he changed the Philippines' cultural and business landscape forever. If you want more stories like this, check out our other videos right here.